Hi, my name is Tobias Beck, and I was a PhD student with George from 2007 to 2010. What did I learn from George Sheldrick? Well, there are many things that come to mind when I reflect on my time in his group. Let me just mention a few. My very first encounter with George was actually in his structural chemistry lecture. What impressed me most was the way he showed his passion for crystallography. Although there were, of course, some formulas, it was his curiosity and excitement that made the lecture very interesting and come alive. Later, during my PhD, he taught us something very important: to always be open for new opportunities. When I started, we agreed that I would do this small test project. It was based on something he had noticed in the introduction of my master thesis, which I did not do in Göttingen. At first, I thought this would just be a side experiment and that a more serious main project would come later. But then the test project grew and became more and more interesting and eventually turned into my actual PhD project. Some of you may know that it involved the triangles, which, funnily enough, have recently come back again into my research. With this project, I very quickly learned how to work independently, how to make decisions and push a project forward without waiting for someone to tell me exactly what to do. And that trust George gave me was incredibly valuable. Beyond science, George also taught us, in a way, not to care too much about appearances or academic hierarchies. You could approach George anytime with an idea or a thought. Although it was clear that he was much more experienced, what actually mattered was the science, the results. And that style was quite different from the German academic way, and it also shaped how I try to lead my own group today. So, what did I learn from George Sheldrick? Well, certainly the passion for crystallography, but also the courage to follow unexpected ideas, the importance of becoming independent, and also discussing science with your peers on the same level. For all of that, I'm very grateful. Thank you, George.